Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I am very, very sore. Very sore. Been did legs yesterday and then danced for like 4 hours. So my feet are pretty tired. But I need to start doing more vlogs consistently this weekend. I will say was a special weekend, so I'll let that pass. But I think for the month of March is very doable to be able to do this every day besides Sunday. But the one thing I wanted to talk about is the things that influence us, and specifically I want to talk about we already know biology, our genes, and what influence us biologically. Um, our experiences, what's happening around us, the people that influence us. But what I want to specifically talk about is our inputs. And I think a lot of people don't mention this enough. So think of inputs. An easy way example is something like your diet, the metaphor of your diet. Whatever you put into yourself and whatever you consume is how your physical body is going to appear. It's the same with information. Whatever you read or you digest or you choose to consume, as in data information, is also the type of person that you're going to become. And I think people understand this at a subliminal level, a superficial level, but I don't think they practice it or understand it through practices. Because everything you engage in is part of what influences you. This goes into some of the experiences, but I see experiences more as some things that you can't control. But what you can control are your friends, the media you engage in, the different your different relationships. Uh, One other thing I want to emphasize with inputs is what I'll title imagined inputs. So, this is specifically the things you tell yourself about yourself, the actions you do, the things you tell yourself and the actions you do actually have a influence on yourself. It's an input to yourself. So, for example, uh, let's take my life. For me, I say something I'm grateful for before every meal, but I say it out loud because it's a specific action that I do. And if I do that repeatedly and continuously, it is an input, but that becomes a repetitive input that I'm continuously giving to myself and giving to my unconscious. So I repeatedly tell myself what I'm grateful for, and then it is consumed into me, and then when you do it enough, you actually rewire your unconscious to start thinking like that as well. So now I've done it so many times that I don't even have to consciously be grateful. I unconsciously think that all the time on my drives home. And if I'm walking down the street, I'm grateful that I have two legs. That's such a weird thing to be grateful for, but that's the power of these imagined inputs that you give to yourself continuously. Actions are another imagined input that you continuously give yourself. If you, let's say, I think actions would be more on the lines of habits that ingrain into your unconscious. If you are someone who's made it a habit to go to the gym 3 days a week, and you get through the barrier of laziness and or just the barrier it takes to create a habit, and you actually make it a habit, and then your unconscious mind signal is connected to these actions. So whenever you do go to the gym 3 weeks, you start to believe that you are the person who does go to the gym 3 weeks. That's what Atomic Habit says, is if you want to start something like going to the gym, you don't necessarily need to go to the gym and go do a workout. You just need to convince your mind that you're the type of person that does go to the gym. So he had an example. James Clear. That's his author's name. He had an example of this person who would go to the gym for 5 minutes and leave. But what he was doing to his mind is kind of tricking it, but giving it actions to tell it that he is someone who goes to the gym. And if he does that enough, his unconscious mind starts to believe it and actually prompts him to go to the gym more, because it believes that he is someone who goes to the gym. And once you get that, then you start able to actually do more exercise, to be more engaged and do exercises that you might like or love. And it starts with convincing your mind by that you are a person who goes to the gym by doing the action of going to the gym, not necessarily doing weights at the gym or calisthenics, but actually going to the gym to convince your mind. So that's another imagined input, is habit. We can say a imagined input. So you have inputs that you give to yourself. You have inputs, and there's different kind of inputs. So you have the habitual inputs, the ones you make through habits. You have the informational inputs, the things that you engage in that actually the media that you engage in, the information that you read that actually is consumed into you and then transforms you that way. And then you have your imagined inputs, is the things that you say to yourself continuously. Are you continuously saying, oh wow, I failed at this, I'm a failure? Or, oh wow, I failed at this, but that gives me another opportunity? What are you continuously telling yourself? What are you continuously feeding to your unconscious to believe even? So I think those are the main three things. And I'm glad I thought about it, because now I can, if I have a pen, I'll just use a highlighter. But now I have 3 different categories for inputs that I kind of like, and that's the imagined input, habitual inputs, and informational inputs. And I think I'm gonna, and this is not the best, I will say. Imagined info, and also, what did I say? Imagined info and habitual. I need to just take a swig of my tea to do it. Habitual. And I'll do that more tomorrow. But that's good for my book. So, oh, we just hit 10 minutes. I am amazing. See, look! Imagine input. I'm telling myself continuously that I'm amazing, and then my unconscious is going to believe one day that I'm amazing, which it does believe that. It loves me. I love it. So, anyways, that's a little bit what I wanted to talk about today. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow. I just need to do it before I go to Wild West. Anyways, bye, y'all.